The more and more we learn about this Nemesis retrack, the more and more exciting it's getting, in my opinion. We already know about Nemesis's new coat of paint, that jet black track it's getting, we know about theming enhancements, and we now know something else that I'm going to be talking about in this video. Today I'm going to be talking about what we know about Nemesis when it reopens in 2024, because it's looking like a completely different ride. So if you're going to find this video useful or you find it interesting, please do smack that like button, subscribe so you don't miss the ride, and without further ado, let's talk about the transformation of Nemesis. So let's recap then about everything we know about this brand new Nemesis refurbishment. So we know that the track is going to be replaced all the way from the top of the lift hill right down to the back of Nemesis's brake run. So basically everything apart from the mechanical parts are getting replaced. We know that this brand new track that it's being replaced with is going to be black now, and I think it looks really good after thinking about it. We've had plenty of time to look at those images that we saw in the fabrication unit, and they do look really good in my opinion. And after seeing the renders online that people made of the black track on Nemesis, I think it's going to be really good and really atmospheric on the roller coaster. We know on the planning application that it stated that Nemesis will be getting some minor theming enhancements. Now I think this will come in the form of repairs to the Nemesis creature itself, the actual station, but I also think that Nemesis will get some animatronic arms. Now we know that Nemesis has arms on the side of the Nemesis creature itself, but I think they will be animatronicanized. Animatronicanized, basically meaning that the tentacles on the Nemesis creature will move. They will turn into animatronics. I also think the eye stalks on the Nemesis creature will move as well, and we'll get sound effects and things like that. So I just want to point out that things like animatronic arms and animatronic eye stalks for the Nemesis creature don't need to be stated under the planning permission. So I think that these will be added in addition to what we're going to see to Nemesis. I'm really expecting a new soundtrack on Nemesis. I'm not expecting that classic soundtrack to come back that was made by Graham Smart. I'm expecting something completely new here, and something made by Imascore. So moving on then, let's talk about a piece of information that's recently come out about this Nemesis refurbishment. Now I've already made a YouTube short on this, I will leave that down in the description box for you to watch below. But this essentially comes in the form of a Nemesis name change. Now, Merlin Entertainment filed a trademark for the name Nemesis Reborn. We don't know if this is specifically for the Nemesis roller coaster itself, or it's for the new Nemesis Subterra attraction, but it's really interesting nonetheless to see that we could be getting a brand new name for this Nemesis refurbishment. So we pretty much knew that this was going to be a lot more than a simple refurbishment from the start. I didn't expect the name, and I didn't expect the new colour, but I did expect some changes to come to Nemesis, such as a new soundtrack, etc. Now I can see why Merlin are changing Nemesis so much, because they're effectively buying a new roller coaster, and they want the general public to know that this is a new ride experience. This is something new, and it's not just Nemesis with different coat of paint. Now, this is what leads me to believe that we'll start seeing things like animatronic arms and animatronic eye stalks, etc. Just simply because they're going to want this to be big. If they're retracking Nemesis and they're spending the money to do this work, they want to add things to it. They want to make it more of a story-driven experience. And I really feel like that's what we're going to get in 2024. Now, I know that we're seeing a lot of change to this classic ride, and I know for some people it's quite upsetting. I know for myself it's quite jarring seeing one of my favourite roller coasters get this sort of treatment, but I have to say I'm really excited for the future of Nemesis. I'm excited to see how it opens in 2024 and what sort of reception it gets, because before Nemesis closed it did have a little bit of a popularity problem. Now this was something that I pointed out in my vlogs. Not many people were riding Nemesis towards the end of the season, etc. Now whilst I believe that this was exaggerated somewhat, I think that, yeah, Nemesis did have a little bit of a popularity problem, if I'm being honest with you, and I feel like this refurbishment will solve all of those problems, because they're bringing this attraction up to date. They're bringing it in line with something like the Wicker Man, which is a highly themed, immersive experience. And I really do feel all of this weight and all of this change is going to be worth it. And you got to look at the fundamentals of this project itself. They're staying true to the Nemesis story. They're staying true to that Nemesis creature, that core element of that Nemesis attraction. And that's what I really like about all of this. Now, if the team at Merlin Magic Making really wanted to, they could have said, sod it, we're going to change everything. We're going to change the story, we're going to change the fact that it's themed to the Nemesis creature, even the soundtrack, they could have got something completely new. Now, I feel like when Nemesis does reopen and we do hear things like the soundtrack, it's going to be a modified version of the old one. We've seen this time and time with things like Colossus, Vampire. Yes, they got new soundtracks, but they stay true to the core of what they originally were, and I definitely feel like we're going to hear hints of that classic Graham Smart soundtrack in this new Nemesis score. Now, I have to say, I love the new name Nemesis Reborn. I feel like it embodies the attraction really well, because this is just Nemesis Reborn, with a brand new colour scheme, brand new effects, and like I keep saying, hopefully a brand new soundtrack. And I just want to round off this video by saying that, again, I feel like Merlin are trying to get some return on their investment here. They're effectively buying a new roller coaster, and with the millions that they're spending on this retrack, they're definitely going to want to differentiate this brand new attraction from the original Nemesis. And I can't wait to see ultimately how Merlin are going to do this. So guys, that's been me ranting about the new Nemesis refurbishment. I really did feel like I needed to make this video just because I wanted to get my thoughts and opinions out there. I wanted to get my thoughts and opinions on why Merlin are doing this, what I think is going to come, and just to talk about it really, because there's so many new changes coming to Nemesis, and I really do feel like if we're going to accept this brand new Nemesis refurbishment, we need to embrace this change, and we need to see this new project for what it is. Yes, we had the original Nemesis and it was amazing, but this is going to be even better, trust me. But let me know, what do you think? Let me know down in the comment section below. Do you like the new Nemesis name? Do you like the new colour scheme? Why do you think Merlin are trying to differentiate this brand new Nemesis refurbishment from the original Nemesis? Again, let me know, let's start a discussion down below in the comment section. So guys, if you have liked the video, please do smack that like button, subscribe so you don't miss the ride. I've been Ryan from my coaster. Goodbye.